Hey viewers, welcome to today's class. Today's video we are going to talk about probability. What is probability? So let's assume you see something like P of Z. This simply is the probability of event Z occurring. The probability of an event is a measure of the likelihood of that event occurring. The probability of any event occurring is equal to the number of ways the event can occur divided by the total number of possible outcomes. The application of probability plays in our day-to-day life. A common example is the probability of a particular politician winning an election. Before we go further, I would like you to get familiar with the following terminologies. An outcome is simply a particular result of an experiment. And what is an experiment? An experiment is any organized process that leads to an observation and yields a result. What is a sample space? A sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. So let's assume a die is tossed once. What is a sample space? Obviously, when a die is tossed, there are only 6 possible outcomes. It has to land on one of the 6 faces of the die. So what is the sample space? The sample space for this situation is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Let us look at another example. We are to flip a coin twice. What will be the sample space? To get the answer, we are going to create or draw a tree diagram. When we flip the coin for the first time, there are only 2 possible outcomes. It either lands on the head or on the tail. So let's assume we got a head during the first toss. During the second toss, we would get either head or tail. Similarly, if we got a tail during the first toss, we would either get a tail or head during the second toss. We now have 4 possible outcomes, which are head head, head tail, tail head and tail tail. An easy way or a means to verify if your sample space is correct is what I'm about to explain to you. When flipping a coin, there are just 2 possible outcomes, right? And we are flipping twice. This means we should have 2 raised to the power of 2 sample space, that is 4 sample space. Obviously, we are not far from the answer. Let's solve an example. A die is tossed. What is the probability of getting A 3, B a 2 or a 5, C what is the probability of getting a number that is less than or equal to 4? My approach to this question will be first to find the sample space. The possible outcomes of tossing a die are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The probability of getting a 3 is simply, there's only one 3 out of our sample space, so that is 1 over 6, which is equal to 0.167. That is the probability of getting a 3. What is the probability of getting a 2 or a 5? There's just one 2 in the sample space. Also, there's just one 5 in the sample space. So we would have 2 over 6. Simplifying, we would get 1 over 3, which is equal to 0.333 continuous trees. And the last one says, what is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 4? Which is simply every number except 5 and 6 from our sample space. The probability will simply be 4 divided by the 6 possible outcomes. 4 because we have 4 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 which are less than or equal to 4. 4 divided by 6 is equal to 0.667, and that is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 4. We're going to stop here for today. I hope you understood all you were taught. In the next lesson, we are going to talk about some properties of probability. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.